Hello my CineChums and welcome to week 7 of the 2024 weekly movie challenge, where every week we issue you a challenge to watch a movie that meets certain criteria, helping you tackle your ever-increasing watch list. So if you're ready to discover some new favourites or finally get that movie crossed off, hit the subscribe button, grab your favourite movie snack and join us as we start with a recap of last week's challenge, which was set by CineChum DaveRackliff, and that was to watch a movie about revenge. And thankfully, so many of you completed the challenge, I don't have to get revenge on Dave for giving me a dud suggestion. Quite a few movies got multiple watches this week. Old Boy, one of my favourite revenge movies, was watched by 4 different people. Then The Count of Monte Cristo, Dead Man's Shoes, and Man on Fire were all watched 3 times, as well as John Wick, John Wick 3, and John Wick 4, but not John Wick 2 for some reason. Most watched actors this week, Denzel Washington on 5. They were the Equalizer trilogy, The Tragedy of Macbeth and Man on Fire. Then we had Keanu Reeves, Ian McShane and Lance Reddick, all on 4 because of the John Wick quadrilogy. And then Willem Dafoe was also on 4 for The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, John Wick, Out of the Furnace and The Northman. A few of you watched multiple movies to complete this week's challenge. However, 3 standouts were Simon Taylor, who watched 8 movies. They were Phoenix, Revanche, Elle, Rolling Thunder, Ms. 45, Revenge, La Ceremony, and Get Carter. Nightwolf Nim watched 7, and that was the John Wick quadrilogy, as well as the Vengeance trilogy. And then Toby Dodgen also watched 7. They would Do Revenge, Old Boy, The Marvels, She-Devil, and the Equalizer trilogy. And as always, thanks to everyone who took part in the challenge. Your participation means the world to us, but mad props to everyone on the list below who managed to watch multiple movies to complete the challenge. What we also found interesting this week was so many of you who watched multiple movies were watching ones with a certain theme or franchise. So, for example, the entire John Wick quadrilogy was watched by Nightwolf Nim and Baba Forrest. The Vengeance trilogy was watched by Nightwolf Nim. Toby Dodgen watched the Equalizer trilogy. The Last Lovetta watched 3 different versions of The Count of Monte Cristo. All Hail Bop watched the Dolph Lundgren version of The Punisher, as well as the Thomas Jane version. Les Chappell watched 5 different spaghetti westerns. And finally, Pirate DJ and myself watched 3 different movies about dog revenge for the challenge. Not one of those was John Wick. This week is Valentine's Day, and surprisingly, when we look back through our challenges over the past few years, we haven't done a straightforward romance-themed challenge for Valentine's Day. But those of you who've been with us for a while know we don't do anything straightforward. So your safety net for this week is to watch a romance movie, whether that's a romantic drama or romantic comedy. There's an abundance of those on the internet, favourite lists, etc. So I'm not going to run through any of those right now. But this week's actual challenge is to watch an alternate romance movie. That's something that just doesn't paint by the numbers in terms of romance plot. So let's have a quick look at what I mean by that. There might be something on this list for you. If not, I'm sure you can find something else online with a similar theme of, alternate romance. Starting with crime-based romance movies. My favourite alternate romance movie of all time has to be Tony Scott's True Romance. Gritty, adrenaline-fueled tale of love, crime, redemption from a screenplay by Quentin Tarantino. And then there's Bonnie and Clyde, which at the time it was made was a groundbreaking blend of romance and crime about this iconic duo. Going slightly surreal, we have Yorgos Lanthimos' The Lobster, a strange dystopian satire in which single people must find a partner within 45 days or be transformed into an animal. Yeah, you heard that right. Oh, there's The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, actually set around Valentine's Day, about a couple who, after a failed romance, have their memories wiped of their relationship together. A couple of vampire-based movies. There's Let the Right One In, a Swedish film about the bond formed between a boy that's bullied and a vampire child. And there's Only Lovers Left Alive, in which a vampire couple that have been living for centuries sort of struggle with their eternal love in today's society. A couple of love-based movies based around time. The Fountain, Darren Aronofsky's The Fountain, a visually stunning film that intertwines 3 parallel love stories across space and time. And then there's About Time, which I personally think is a little bit creepy. A romantic comedy drama about a man who can time travel and uses time travel to maintain his relationship with his girlfriend. Diving into the strange world of xenophilia, we have Guillermo del Toro's The Shape of Water, fantasy movie about a romance between a mute woman and a mysterious amphibian creature. And then Warm Bodies, an unconventional romance movie in which a young girl falls in love with a zombie. And finally, a couple of technology ones. Spike Jonze's Her is about a man who falls in love with an artificial intelligence operating system. And then Demon Seed, about an artificial intelligence operating system who falls in love with its creator's wife. So are there any on that list that you're in love with? Or have we given the cold shoulder to one of your favourites? Let us know your recommendations in the comments. And if you love our challenges, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And on that note, thanks for watching. Good luck with the challenge. We'll see you next week.